Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 2. Game 2 taking place here on Secret Valley. You see Yumiko spawning as the blue human player on the bottom left-hand side of the map, currently behind 1-0 in this series. Meanwhile, Fanta Fiction has spawned as the red Undead on the top right. Game 2 in this best of 3 series, at least I believe it's a best of 3, as we are now looking at the Ultra of Darkness coming in, Ziggurat, and we'll see whether or not the Crypt will be coming in and what timing the Graveyard will be. Graveyard opening, Crypt opening obviously means we'll be looking at a Ghoul opening coming in from Fanta Fiction. Meanwhile, a standard build from Yumiko, not speed building any of these buildings, mean that he's going to be playing a little bit more of a conservative approach. Now, on a map like this, I wouldn't be surprised if he went Mountain King first. He doesn't need to try and establish as many expansions, as expanding here could put him in a little bit of a dangerous spot, as it is expanding towards his opponent. Now, let's go ahead and take a look. It is going to be the Mountain King first coming in from Yumiko, and what this allows Yumiko to do is use that Mountain King Stormbolt in a much earlier fashion to perhaps get surround on ghouls. By taking down ghouls relatively early and maybe even getting a lucky bash or two, he can build on that early momentum lead and perhaps even get to tier 3 for either a Blood Mage or a Paladin as a second hero. The Mountain King becomes the primary hero, and those Stormbolts ever become more powerful with the help of additional heals or additional mana. Now, taking a look at what Fanta Fiction's coming up with, he's going to be opening up with a Graveyard here, a Crypt here. I believe a Graveyard will be placed here or here, and then he's just going to try and get a feel for what exactly the human player Yumiko is doing. Yumiko moving out with a whole bunch of militia, obviously going to clear out this 5-3-3 creep camp here, and very, very easy to take down. Even though many of your units will be poisoned, it still is alright since you have that Mountain King as backup, as that Mountain King can easily Stormbolt that Death Knight and get a surround if it gets too close to your peasants. Alright, Null Overseer already taken down. Mountain King picking up Gloves of Haste, pretty much the best item that you could ask for at this stage, since it does allow him to get in more bashes. There's the Mountain King, and already the Death Knight realizes, wait, I did not want to go up against a Mountain King. I don't know if a 4th unit will be coming in anytime soon, and I don't want to be wasting or burning that Scroll of Town portal. Both of these sides want to deal damage without giving the other any experience. If the Fanta Fiction most likely knows that if he does allow even one of these skeletal minions to get taken down, level 4 or level 2 will be given to that Mountain King. Also, the Death Knight wants to get damage onto these footmen, hoping that perhaps there isn't an Arcane Vault up yet. Taking a look at Yumiko's base, you can see that there is no Arcane Vault, and all the Mountain King really wants to do is get a little bit more experience. Death Knight, is he going to be able to finish that off? Oh, might have wanted to. Let's see what that Null Brute is going to be doing. That Null Brute hanging around 135 hit points. There goes down to 35. Level 2 now on the Mountain King. Fanta Fiction knew that there wasn't much he could do from that distance, and the Mountain King now pretty happy with himself, sitting at level 2, 29-39 damage with Gloves of Haste for that bash. Alright, Death Knight doing what only thing he can do left. All he can really do is make his way back off to the north, bring some skeletal minions, and hope to take down some more units here. Mountain King knows that he can't really take down that Red Drake, but he's hoping that he can deal enough damage to these Null Wardens and these Null Brutes to get very close to level 3. Also, with that Fountain of Health, he's really not in any danger of losing any of these footmen. Even though that Red Drake is dealing a significant amount of damage, it is completely being negated by this one Fountain of Health. Down over here, a Skeletal Minion quickly taken down. Arcane Tower is still here, and the Death Knight doesn't really want to run inside a base with this many militia. Yumiko now heading off to the north. That is a lot of peasants making their way up here, and the Mountain King and the footmen are all running together. This is going to turn into a really bad fight, if the militia get some easy damage onto some of these ghouls. Normally, you would say that the Death Knight has an advantage here. Oh, a big thunderclap right there. I cannot believe he went thunderclap first over Bash. There's another thunderclap, and you can just see the sheer amount of devastation and destruction on this fight here. I cannot believe... I'm just absolutely amazed by that. The Mountain King going for Thunderclap first, burning through 270 mana in an instant, but pretty much completely knocking the Death Knight out of that fight. I don't know if it was Stormbolt at level 2 or Thunderclap at level 2, but that Mountain King has just gotta be laughing. Wow, I haven't seen Thunderclap use that effectively in quite some time. Death Knight now knows that he cannot engage with these ghouls. I don't believe he was expecting Thunderclap. That Thunderclap did so much damage across the board and also prevented a lot of damage as the units were slowed and slowed in their attacks. Back over here, new expansion now being set up. Mountain King using a Clarity Potion should be able to get back up to 300 mana in an instant. You can see that there is already the Town Hall being upgraded, double guard towers as well. And if the ghouls just try to make their way over, they're going to find themselves in a very, very poor spot. Fanta Fiction, I think he just was not expecting a Thunderclap opening. If he was, he would not have gone double crypt for double ghouls. And you can take a look at that there. Just so much slow. The Mountain King dealing so much damage here. All right, are we going to see another Thunderclap here in just a moment? All right, guard towers are almost nearly up. Mountain King gets another Thunderclap in, perhaps take down a number of slowed units here. No bashes though, but so much damage has been pushed back. All of those ghouls so low, and now the guard towers are up. There's the GG. Fanta Fiction pretty much knowing that that was a build order hero auto loss dual crypts with ghouls up against Mountain King first, who went Thunderclap. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 2. Please stay tuned for game number 3.